Good morning. It is Wednesday. I think it's June 3rd. Hold on. Sunday was the 1st. Monday was the 2nd. No, today's the 4th. I am a little bit late because I posted my other update super late. Actually, I think it was still this week that I posted it. Yeah, so hold on. Let me get some caffeine here. What do you guys drink in the morning? I drink chai tea lattes. I use the Tazo chai tea concentrate. My sister turned me onto it and it is really good. It's the same stuff they use in the chai tea lattes at Starbucks. So it's just like half concentrate, half milk. So I am currently drinking, I don't know if you can see that without me spilling it. I was doing some online shopping on Target because I hate going into the store. I hate going into Target. So I always just order stuff for pickup. But they usually have the chai when other stores are out of it. And I don't know if it's because they have a partnership with Starbucks or whatever, but they usually have better price and more selection. So I was on and I found a new flavor. It's chocolate chai. And it's basically the same thing as the regular chai, but with chocolate. And so it kind of tastes a little hot chocolate-ish. I found these when I was in Germany. I went looking for some chai tea lattes, and the only thing I found were these little packets of powdered chai. And I got one. I got the sweet one, which is basically just chocolate chai. And it was so good. It was so good. It kind of made me think of hot chocolate. I don't know what amount of caffeine it has in it because the package doesn't really say. But I mean, it was enough. I didn't get caffeine headaches, so I think it was enough. I don't know how much caffeine you can have in a powdered drink, but I mean, whatever. Maybe somebody figured it out. But yeah, so then when I saw chocolate chai, I was like, oh, I wonder if it's kind of like the stuff I had in Germany, which I brought back a bunch with me because I checked on Amazon and it's like $28 a box on Amazon. And it was €3 in the store. So I was like, yeah. So I basically bought every box that the market had. And they did not restock the shelves while I was there with it, so I was kind of bummed, but so I saw this, I was like, oh, I gotta try it. It's pretty good. I think I might just stick with my regular chai and have this on occasion, but it's pretty good. It tastes like hot chocolate, actually. Okay, anyway. Oh, and I have it in my England mug. You guys collect these? I think it was Lady Robbins collects these. She just got one from Holland, I think. I have a whole bunch of these. I was collecting them myself just from places that I've been. But then I started sharing my collection on Facebook, and all my friends and family, they're like, oh, I'm going here. Do you want a mug from here? And so I was like, you know what? Yeah, give me all the mugs. So I have ones from, Cottage, which my cousins gave me. They used to live there. I have, a whole bunch of ones from Great Britain, like England, Wales, Ireland. I do not have Scotland. At Budapest, did I say China? I have a Kenya one. I have one from Cusco, which is Peru, I think. That's my dog snoring. She's just loving life. We say that she's being a lady. Yeah, and then, you know, all over the states. I got one from Florida. My friend got me one from Miami. I have New York, California, Texas, North Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, of course, because my sister lives there. Yeah, I've got a bunch. I don't have all 50 states yet. A bunch from Germany. My sister-in-law brought me one from Heidelberg and one from Germany when she went out last year. So I did not need to get one when I was out there. Oh, but they're travel mugs. Oh my goodness, guys. I am sitting here. It is 6 minutes into this video and I'm sitting here talking about chai and Starbucks mugs. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, their travel mugs are plastic instead of the metal ones we have here. All right, here we go. Shall we talk about stitching? Okay. So, I have my Whipco pieces for June. I have what I've been working on last week, which is Santa's House, which is #1 in the Fabulous House series by Cottage Garden Samplings. And here is where I'm at with that. So I'll probably work on this one a little bit more this week. I did do some last week. So I really want to get some good progress on this one because there are 10 more houses in this series. I already have #2, which is the castle. And then there's the bonus one, which is a Tudor house. So I have 11 more. And then Cottage Garden Samplings has all these other, like they have Year in the Woods. They have, now they have Year in the Woods 2. They have, the Snowman Collector one. They also have something for all seasons or something like that. That's the one that the turkey is in that everybody's stitching. So yeah, so I need to get to work on that. And then I have what I'm calling my seasonal Quaker. It is comprised of the 4 Quakers by Primrose Cottage. We have our spring Quaker, our summer Quaker, autumn Quaker, and winter Quaker. And so I'm sorry with spring. If you guys want to see an amazing finish on the spring Quaker, go over to Jason Cross Stitches. He just finished one with this, I think it was variegated thread, and it looks amazing. So bright, so springy. Mine is going completely in the opposite direction. Mine is very, very neutral. Because I kind of want to stitch one of these a year and, you know, put the year on it and have it kind of like be my yearly sampler or whatever. So I have this piece of Belfast linen by Pictures Plus in the color Tycho. And here is where I am at on it. So I'm doing spring, summer, autumn, winter. So kind of a cyclical thing. But I don't know, for some reason I'm loving the neutral. My colors that I'm using are, let's see here. Okay, if I can get these right. I'm using 613 for spring. 612 for summer. 610 for autumn. And 611 for winter. So very, very neutral. Okay, if you guys do not have a DMC swatch book, you need to get one. This thing has saved my butt so many times. So they have, and I do have it, I don't know where it's at. They do have one with just pictures of the floss colors, but they're not always true to color. So this one has actual swatches of the actual floss. And it's got every single color that they have. And like with the birthday cake, Sal, I'm doing a conversion of it, which I'll tell you about in a minute. And I wanted to use stuff that I had in stash. So I don't have all the called for colors in stash. So I got this out and I looked up the colors and said, okay, it's calling for example 355. What in here is close that I can, you know, that maybe I have in stash. So, okay, I'm gonna go look and see if if I have 961. And if I did, that's what I used instead. So, so it's expensive. It's like 40 bucks, but it's well worth it. Okay, so speaking of birthday cake, Sal, I just pulled my colors today and I needed to, I need to get started on this. So I'll put a picture in of the one that I post on Instagram with my colors here. But basically they're a bunch of like very pastel-y colors, and I'm stitching it on this linen. It is I believe here, 32 count by Grace Notes Aqua Fresca. So I love this color. This is one of my favorite Grace Notes. This came with the Wordy Birds monthly club through Heartland Quilting and Stitching. And so I pulled it for this. Oh, and then my April Cottage. So I'm gonna work on this one until it's done. Here is where I'm currently at with it. So this is what I'm gonna work on this week. This is 4 projects, but I want to get some more time in on Santa's house, seasonal Quaker. I want to start birthday cake and then work as much as I can on April Cottage. So I will be back when I have an update. Well, good morning. So today is Thursday, June 5th. So it didn't occur to me when I was filming yesterday that it was the 4th of the month. So I decided that on the 4th of the month, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my signing of the Constitution project. This is one that I'm gonna do for the is it semi-quincentennial, the 250th birthday of the United States. So this is what I'm working on. This is the signing of the Constitution by, I don't remember the artist, but it was commissioned back during maybe John Adams' presidency. And this was a freebie from Heaven and Earth Designs several years ago on 4th of July. I'm starting in the upper left-hand corner up here. And what I decided to do was, there's a ton of brown in here. So I decided to take that brown and see how far over I could go. And I think I got to like right about here or here. which I think isn't quite, I think it's here because I don't think it's quite halfway. But let's see, here is where I started. And here is where I got to. So you see I took it over. Oh, hi. I took it over as far as I could. And then I came back here and I just started filling in. There in the first page in this brown, I decided I want to do extreme cross country. And so I want to fill in this brown in the entire piece and then move on to another color. Well, there's so much of this brown on the first page. I've stitched, yesterday I stitched 250-ish stitches. I still have 4,200 to go. There is so much brown. Most of this first page is going to be this brown. So, yeah, so I'm going to be working on brown for a while. I also have my lady picture. It's a picture of my dog that my husband charted for me for Christmas. And I'm going to work on that on the 20th of the month because her birthday is August 20th. And I'm doing the same thing for that. So I'll show you guys that on the 20th. Hi. She's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I need attention. Wish you could see this look she's giving me. She's so cute. She's wiggling and she's got her ears back and her eyes all big. Anyway, so that's what I did yesterday. Today I'm going to work on, I needed something like super springy because the sun is finally out. We'll probably still get rain, but the sun is finally out. So I wanted something bright. So I didn't want to do Santa's house. I didn't want to do Santa's house. You're my baby. She's my baby. I didn't want to do Santa's house because it's like, you know, winter themed. She's scratching at the bed again. Oh my goodness. So it's kind of dark. I was gonna get out my seasonal Quaker, which is bright, but it's kind of blah too. So I decided to get out my April Cottage again. And here is, she just did this weird thing. Here's where I'm at. So I think there are some bunnies at the bottom. Yeah, bunnies and carrots over here. And then I'll probably go and try to work on the house a little bit. So I will be back when I have an update on that. Well, hello. I am back with an update. It has been about a week since I filmed my intro. I've just been working on whatever. Let's start with seasonal Quaker. I have no idea how many stitches I managed to put in it, but I worked on it for a few days and this is where I got to. So I finished this motif here and then started this and brought this down. This is a little like half diamond motif. So, you know, decent amount of progress. I have been spending most of my time on Catherine Stitch's birthday sale. We are stitching Birthday Cake, which is there, and I know I showed you that in part one, but I want to kind of show you where I'm at now. All this white in here, this is a cropped version. So all the white spaces I'm treating as negative space, and I'm just gonna leave blank on my pattern. because I don't really like the white. It just feels like super blank. So I have this pattern, or this fabric that I'm using, which is Aqua Fresca from Grace Notes. It's a 32 count. And here is where I've gotten to. Now, okay, before I show you that, I've decided that I want to finish this on my birthday, which is September 10th. So in order to do that, I need to do 244 stitches every day. And I've actually been doing really good about it. I started on Friday, which was the 6th. Today, I believe, is the 11th, I think. Now this is counting the what would be considered white stitches. I'm just Xing those out because I'm not good enough to go in and figure out like how to erase them from the PDF and stuff, and it just take too long. So these 244 stitches a day do count the blank spaces that I'm leaving. So I have over 1,000 stitches on this. But here is where I'm at as of today. I'm just keeping this in the hoop. I have this in a separate hoop because I stitch on it every day. So here's where I'm at. So, so you see this right here. All this would be white. But it feels kind of incomplete. So I'm thinking I want to do like, the way this pattern is looking at the moment is like I'm going to have squares like this, and then a band, and then another square like that, and then a band, and so on and so forth. And maybe some bands going along the bottom, maybe. I don't know. But I'm thinking I'm thinking that I want to go back in here. I'm going to wait until I'm done and see how it looks. But I'm thinking that where there's a blank space, I will add an extra diamond here because it just looks incomplete. So maybe I'll bring down the yellow. And this is like super pale. Sometimes it looks almost white. So maybe bring down the yellow, put a yellow one here. I don't know, but I'm enjoying this. It's fun. You know, I'm kind of, right now I'm just counting stitches. I'm not really getting lost in the, you know, in just kind of the mindless stitching of the blocks, because I'm trying to be careful right now. And I do have a missed stitch, in this column right here. So I have to be careful. This one, I totally forgot to make up for it. So we'll see how this right here, I may have to, when I go over, I may have to miss, I don't know, because I don't want to rip this all out because it happened up in here, which means I would have to rip all this out. Which, I mean, I guess if I ripped that one and that one out, and wouldn't it be that big of a deal? Maybe I should just do that. Well, but then all this stuff is counted from whatever missed stitch is right there. So I just need to kind of fudge it and see what I can do about making sure that it all lines up. So I don't know. Because once I can get, I don't know. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's like a half stitch. Like, it's not a big deal. So, anyway, so this is where I'm at with birthday cake. I did not touch Santa's house this week. Partly because I was just in like a happy springy mood, and Santa's house is just not calling to me. So it's still where it was before. But I did make some progress on my April cottage. Pulling it over so the light doesn't shine through. But sorry, stupid notifications. I put my phone on do not disturb. So here is where I started, just as a reminder. And here is where I'm at. So I'm just missing the house. I'm missing the house and then some little carrots down here. And I think there's a bird on top of the house. And then I'm done. I can have this done next week, which means that I can have a giveaway next week. So, yay! So yeah, super excited about this. Guys, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I worked so hard this morning to get these flowers done and this little border because I wanted to finish that before I went out to run my errands, and I wanted to be able to just do the house tomorrow. So I'm hoping that tomorrow I can finish that house. Yay, so excited. So it's looking so happy, it's springy, doesn't it? I can't wait to get this in a frame. All right. So that is what I have. So if you want to join Catherine's birthday sale, you can, you stitch it whatever you want. Stitch, there's no rules. It's just like a, hey, we're stitching this in honor of Catherine's birthday. I don't know that she has an end date in mind on this. Mine is September 10th. So I'm hoping to have this finished by then. The fact that it's cropped and I'm not stitching the white should, definitely make it doable. So, but if you want to stitch with us, I believe we are using the hashtag Stitch the Cake. So use hashtag Stitch the Cake on Instagram, YouTube, wherever. And yeah, looking forward to kind of seeing what you guys are doing with this. Catherine is doing this on a gorgeous pink and blue fabric that I believe is kind of opalescent maybe. I know Nina from, isn't Nina Hobby Site? She's doing it as well. And I'm trying to remember what she's stitching on. She might be stitching on Ada. I think it might be white. I don't remember. But go on over to her channel and check out her progress. She posted an update just the other day. So yay, super excited about this. I haven't really looked into seeing, I believe there is 1 or 2 other people that Catherine mentioned that's stitching it. So I need to go check them out. But I believe that's it for right now. Is there any business that I have to attend to? I'm trying to remember. I do have some business, but I'm going to save that for the next video. It's a super exciting announcement. I'm like super excited, but I'm not quite ready for it yet. So I'm going to have an exciting announcement next video. Probably going to have a giveaway next video. You are not going to want to miss that. Let's see. I haven't really been reading anything. I did DNF one book. Oh my goodness. This book is, so I saw it when I was in Germany. We went to this bookstore, I think it's called Thalia. And it's this huge bookstore. The one we went to in Mannheim, it was 3 levels, I think. They had a cafe, they had everything in this bookstore. They had all sorts of like little places to just sit and read. Or for like my husband, just, sit and chill out while your significant other shops. So they had one wall of just English books, and oh my goodness, you guys, if you have a chance to go to a bookstore in Germany, especially that one, go to it, because the European editions of these books are gorgeous. they typically have a more, a prettier cover and sprayed edges. A lot of them have sprayed edges. So, you know, definitely go check out the bookstores there. Oh, but okay. So there's a series, I think there are 3 books in it right now. And I don't remember what they are, but I know that My Dark Romeo is one of them, and the one that I started reading was My Dark Prince, and it was like a retelling of Sleeping Beauty, like a modern day kind of retelling of Sleeping Beauty, which I don't know, it was like Sleeping Beauty meets Overboard. Remember that one where the girl falls off a boat and gets amnesia? Well, this one is Primrose gets, she falls into a lake and on a golf course, and she had this childhood friend whose name I don't even remember. And she his family owns all these like resorts, and she was there filming I don't know, she was working on a movie set as an intimacy coordinator, which basically she was like kind of babysitter for the actors when they do intimate scenes. And anyway, she sees her childhood friend, and they had a falling out, and like in college, and you know, she goes storming off and in the dark, which, okay, getting major Claire from Outlander vibes there. Claire is the stupidest fictional character ever. Like, I'm sorry, if you like Outlander, like, good for you. I tried reading the book, I got halfway through it, and I had to stop it because Claire was just so stupid. They keep telling her, don't wander off, don't wander off. She goes and wanders off and gets kidnapped. And so they have to put their lives at stake in order to save her. And this happens like more than once. I think it happened like 3 times. And I was just like, oh, she's just so stupid. And like, she agrees to marry this guy. She's like married to this other guy in like her present day. If you don't know what it is, she wanders off, of course, when she's visiting Scotland and gets thrown back into like 1700 Scotland. So she has this husband in her present day that she's supposedly in love with, and they're trying to have a baby, whatever. And then she gets thrown back into Scotland and hooks up with this clan. And for some reason they say, oh, you have to marry this one guy or else. And like, I don't even understand the premise of that. But anyway, she keeps wandering off. So anyway, Primrose wandered off, fell into this lake on this golf course. And she's rescued by her old friend. And she wakes up with amnesia. And like the last thing she remembers is when she was like 14. And they were sitting there planning on getting married when she graduated. And so she's like under the impression that they're engaged, and the doctor's like, oh no, don't do anything to you know, disagree with her, because, you know, you got to let her believe what she, you know, whatever she comes up with, which is stupid advice. Like, I don't know if there's any solid medical advice behind that, because he ends up taking her to his house. She meets his friends. They all go along with this. And then halfway through the book, she regains her memory and decides that she wants to destroy the guy. And the trope is enemies to lovers, which, I don't know, they're like friends to lovers to enemies to lovers, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, this book is downright pornographic. Like, it is so explicit. So don't get it. Like, I don't mind like a, you know, kind of steamy romance scene when, you know, it's not explicit, but this was stupid spam calls. But yeah, this was like downright explicit. So anyway, I'm trying to keep my videos shorter, so I need to stop jabbering. But yeah, so I DNF that. I'm still reading Drifters by James Michener. I know I started that like a month and a half ago. I just haven't like had a lot of time to like sit and read. I usually read before bed, but by the time I've been going to bed, I've just been too tired. So anyway, I think that's it. If you liked my video, please give it a like, subscribe. If you want to know when I post videos, which is pretty typically weekly, usually on, I don't know, it depends on what my week looks like, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I think today's Wednesday, right? Huh. And my watch died too, so I think today's Wednesday. But anyway, yeah, so love it if you join Catherine's birthday. Sal is Birthday Cake by Carolyn Manning, if I didn't say that before. But anyway, I will see you guys next week. Mwah.